welcome back. So here we're into Brandish 2, Planet Buster. And this is a sequel to Brandish. It follows the story. It's a sequel as in it's a sequel. The end of Brandish 1 has you escape from the underground ruins and kill the boss monster who is cursed by a dragon. And then what happens in the intro that we briefly saw is Varric, who's now called Ares, was wandering the desert for a year. And he gets captured by some mercenaries. So with that, we're gonna jump into the game. Talk to our captors. Alright, so that's the warden talking. We're on Prison Island. And on Prison Island, they have the prisoners they just dig down. No one tells them why they're digging down, but they're just digging holes in the island. And the prisoners are made up of just local residents from around that they just captured. So we're fully evil. F1. Can speed up. The latest tech is actually you want to turn off game music. Because some of the event triggers are tied to game music. And it saves multiple seconds if you skip some of the events. As in multiple seconds each time it happens. The key fits. I guess I have to fight him. So Brandish 1, the combat, it kind of expected you to fight enemies head on. Like, they block, you attack, they block type combat. And in this one, it's not like that. If you fight enemies head on, then they are going to attack faster. And you just die. Okay, he was friendly. Yeah, you really see with this boss, you just can't stand next. You can't let him hit me, or I'll take too much damage. He might do a knockback too. His main gimmick is that he charges across the room. Yeah, between killing him and when I can move again is the amount of time that turning off music would save. And that's going to be every boss fight, but then also any kind of a rumble effect is going to make more lag with music on. And then there's a couple other small triggers. And then add a related comment. Oh yeah. I'm playing with an English patch. So there is no English release of this. I'm playing with a fan patch. Fan-made translation patch. That's just so everyone can follow along with the story. I'm going to be skipping all the text, but if you're quick, maybe you'll catch some of the story. You can find out just how many times the key fits. The actual key game. Does the key fit, or is the door never locked in the first place? These slimes are body blocking me to death. Spiders are called mantis. Just gonna rest. Centipede is the boss of Prison 2. Prison 1. Don't mess with him. I thought the stairs are right there. So we're gonna have these nice cutscenes. They tend to show up more early on, fewer as we go deeper. But they're just setting the scene. Thick, dark clouds, as far as the eyes can see. There's no sun here because we're on Evil Island. And final comment about English patch is that it's going to create some extra lag. Just because it's writing the text differently. Here's Carl. Carl's the best swordsman in town. And he agreed to hunt Ares because he wanted to duel him. But then, when you meet Ares, in the last game was called Varric, was wandering the desert for a year, and so he's not in any condition to fight. So it's like, what's the point? They just brought him to jail. So to equip items, for now, I need to go into the menu. And there's a Rakshasa. Can one-shot me. I'm gonna be very careful. Yeah, I think it's 8 seconds per boss kill. Turning music off would save. Here is Alexis again, now called Dela. Dela Delon. And she's breaking me out of prison. Even brought a boat, because we're on an island. And I think she is gonna tell us her motivation here once we reach the island. But her plan is to use me to get the Planet Buster, which is the sword from the previous game, and we're gonna sell it. That's the story of this game. We're gonna collect the almighty sword and sell it for money. The story of Brandish 1 was just you fell in a hole and you have to get out. And you happen to find an ancient kingdom. But Brandish 2 is more about just a kingdom on the surface, and the king's doing evil things. And you're gonna go from town to town, talk to people. So it's a little more open. But first, we have Cursed Island. Never go near Cursed Island. But it's already too late. We're caught in the tides. Cursed Island, directly next to Prison Island. Yep, it's a bit more of a co-op game this time. I'm gonna work with Alexis. That's cool having a like a magician partner, since we're the swordsman guy. Even though we can really use magic, it's just not really good in the speedrun, but especially in 1 because bosses are immune. Oh, she went back out to sea. Oh no, she died. Well, guess we're alone again. So there's no reason to get the sword anymore. As in, we're not going to sell it for money. So, I guess we're just going to try to survive Prison Island. Cursed Island, sorry. It's cursed because it has bats. I hate bats. So there is the option of collecting an armor on the very first floor of the game. And that helps a lot with the bats here. Or I could just not and play good. Oh wow, I clipped through him. Okay, so here's the mechanic I'm going to abuse. I call it save loading, or save load warp. And in Brandish 1, you get that warp magic really early on, but I don't have that. So, save again. I'm going to save a lot. So I'm going to use the emergency escape operation. What they call it. Oh, this is scary. I was pulsing rest there because enemies are going to move faster and I'm going to take more damage if they hit me when I'm resting. But I wanted the health. So it shouldn't happen too often that I make the screen flicker like that. But there is a point where I'm going to do it a lot. I'm going to try to call that out. That'll be about the 40-minute mark. It's going to seriously flicker. Okay, so here we have the Bewitcher, I think she's called. Ow. Gonna rest mid-boss fight, no big deal. The axe it's a really strong weapon compared to everything else that's available right now. So it's convenient that they give it to you for free. But then, at this point, I'm going to try to minimize my use of it, because I'm going to sell it, and it's worth a lot. Okay. Then once we get here, I can put on a bit of equipment, so now I have armor. And then floor 2 is going to have bats as well, but they're not as scary. And then I have a sword on. It's mostly to kill bats, because they're annoying. As I said, I don't want to use my axe. The axe sells for 1,000 gold per durability. And everything else is a lot less than that. But I am going to be collecting money here. The money routing is a lot more interesting in this game. as well as the items I'm going to be picking up. The C potion I have there is invisibility potion for concealment. So there will be a lot of that. It's not like the only thing that I need to do to beat the game. I'm going to be using a ton of the features that are part of Brandish too. Do another. Whoops. Emergency load. So I can do this warp everywhere except for like 2 floors, maybe 3 floors. But the cost of it is I lose a level in all stats. So there's a trade-off. And that's something that I just have to play around. It's a big part of the route. But a lot of the time I'm just gonna do it if it's faster. There's only like 1 or 2 parts where I need to worry too much about losing health, losing levels. I thought the bat would come back and kill it. Okay, I got the bat from this room. That's why I got fire magic. You need a ranged attack to kill the Kappa. I got... oh no. Panic. Live somehow. I don't know how. So this game, like the last game, has Rings of Life. Left or right. And I'm going to save all of them for final boss. Ow. For final boss... final boss in this game, I'm definitely going to die a few times. In Brandish 1, it's... you just get them for safety. It's like maybe you die. Entering the room in final boss, Brandish 1, you can die and there's nothing you can do about it. That's like the main reason you get the ring. But in the later Brandish games, the bosses just get less fair. And like, you can fight them all and not get hit. Someone has a YouTube playlist out there based around that. But the go fast strat is to just die over and over. And then mashing through text is done differently in this game. In Brandish 1, you need to press a direction button to instantly finish text. And in Brandish 2, it's just you hold a button so that text moves faster, and then try to hit the next dialogue button on the earliest frame. That was Adonis. A godling. He has a shrine at the bottom of Cursed Island. Then Cursed Island connects to City Folk Island. Or Fisherman Town. And then that's the castle. Evil castle. All the fishermen were sent to prison. For no reason. They just needed diggers to dig holes. So we are off to here. So here I need to hold a button the entire time I'm in the shop. The text goes fast. So I got holy items. They're for killing undead enemies. I saw some skeletons earlier, and if you kill them, then they don't stay dead unless you kill them with a holy weapon. Is there more? There's more. I'm actually gonna have a lot of money. That's good for marathon safety. What else do I need? I get a defense ring here. I guess that's it. And then, weapon shop. So here's Gaddy. He's the NPC from the first game. At the letter puzzle, high up in tower. I didn't talk about letter puzzle, so I don't think anyone would know that I was trying to spell letters with the floor switches. But anyhow, that was Gaddy. Comes back. He made it out of the cave system too. So we get rid of you. Take it out. We're going to use some invisibility and also take off my swords. And save because why not? Saving's fast. So here's the Kraken. Revenge for killing Kayla. I find this is the best way to fight it. You can do the fight without using invisibility by hopping around, but that's really slow. And then you can also buy the best armor that the town has and just take the damage. But this is more cost efficient. Even though it'd be very, very useful to have the best armor. Because a lot of the first half of the game is going to be about dodging enemies that kill me in one hit. After this point. So now the swords go on. I need to raise my base damage so that when I have the swords on, I'm actually doing damage. If I had them on from the start, then I'd still be doing 1 damage per hit. Because my arm strength wasn't high enough. Brandish 2 is an RPG, by the way. So I'm going to be taking some time to raise my stats here and there. A lot of the time it's on bosses themselves. Or on easy to kill enemies. So we're walking up to the castle. There's an outer wall to the castle, as well as a castle town. And then there's an inner side of the castle. And the castle itself. And then also the tower of the castle. And then below the castle. So I want to kill this guy. He drops a sword. Not sure why he decided to carry a sword. The other ones, it seems to be RNG. So the thing about my save load warping is that it's going to reset my experience every time I do it. So I'm gonna gain an amount towards the next level, and then if I'm not like into the next level, then it's just all gonna be lost. And so sometimes it's just a waste of time to be killing these enemies. I'm not actually about to do a warp. Yeah, let's go in. Okay, so I want to sell all these swords. I said there's a lot more to the shopping in this game. I'm here for this Iron Claw. Iron Claw is the best thing he has. That's the best thing available at this tier of items. There's a couple different types of weapons. Claw's a fist weapon, so it's always going to be in the offhand. Unless you're using two of them. And that puts my sword in my main hand. And right now the claw is a lot more valuable than the sword. So it's going to save durability this way. And also you don't use the claw as a weapon. It's going to be only sword hits, which is also going to help durability. Oh, that was really fast. He's chasing. That was a good fight. I think I stayed on the Kraken a little extra and got some extra levels doing that. You can continue in the arena and fight Amber. And Amber becomes a character in Brandish 3. And is actually the best character for that speedrun. She's a brawler. There's many exciting developments in Brandish 3 speedrunning, if you've been following me over the years. A Japanese runner came along and posted a time that beat my Brandish 3 run by an hour. Then a lot of that was from doing the final boss better, and there's also a very early starting town infinite money glitch. That's cool to see. Brandish speedrunning is really inactive. It's nice seeing new runners. Brandish 3 does not have a Super Nintendo release. That's why I'm not going to be running it here. At the SNES Super Stars Marathon, brought to you by SpeedGaming. And then other games in the series, there's Brandish 4, which was like created as a different game and then given the Brandish name. And so it has a different style to it. It's isometric and doesn't do the world spinning. But it does have some ultra gimmicky floors. The one I'll always remember is near the end of the game, it has a floor that... Ow. It has a floor where you step on a switch and it flips the world upside down. And it just does that constantly. That is hard to look at. And then you have to do a couple of boss fights like that. It gets out of hand. Before is an interesting game too. It has a lot of different character options and they each have their own story. And their own set of levels, I think. Yeah. Some shared levels, of course. So I think I don't need any swords anymore. And then hopefully that's the case. So the shopping here is going to be fire rings. And you're just going to see that I'm going to have just a variety of items. So I've been getting 6 stacks of health potions. Keys. I'm not sure I need those. And then more mana potions is just gonna be really safe for the end game. The early late game. Because it can be a big problem running out of mana potions. Put that on. I need hammers eventually. Don't need that yet. Doesn't need to be on its own. We can watch the cutscene that I always watch. This one, right? You come to confess. Repent now and leave with an eased mind. I've got you now, Ares the Wanderer. I shall kill you in the name of King Betterer. Take this. Just keep. This is a side quest. But I'm told we have extra time. So I'm going to see if I can look for a grizzly bear. Yeah. Grizzly bears. We did it. We punched a grizzly bear. I normally don't go that far into the side quest. But if you continue, then you see that the grizzly bears are guarding a ninja mansion. But I don't need to do any of that. So we're gonna go this way. And then hopefully losing that durability is not gonna cost me. I like showing off the ninja explosion cutscene. We're in Dark Zone. The safe strat is to put on the dark armor. So the deal with Dark Zone is the enemy stats are ultra high. And so it gives you dark armor that only works here, and pretty much equivalent to endgame armor. But it only works in this zone. If you try to leave with it, then you get stun locked and your health drains. And then you get stun locked harder. So it's not a good time. Oh, I really didn't want to punch him. I'm getting scared for my durability. There's plenty of swords around. We're down. Does that restore? No, it doesn't. I saved right after punching the archer. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to enemies. They're gonna turn around to attack. And then I'm going to... That's scary. Get anti-aired. I should have invisibility. I forgot I have those out. It's these night enemies that are the hard ones. Archers and pikemen aren't... like, they don't really do much damage. But everything in castle, which I am currently in, gonna be instant kill. There's a demon. I don't know if we know exactly why there's a demon here. Later on, it expands on it a bit. Okay, so let's stealthily go through the castle. But this is one of the scarier parts of the run. Just everything here can kill me. Some more invisibility potion. That's one floor. Later on, I start getting better armor. That's the main thing. Better armor, more levels. Right now, I'm still on the sort of cheap armor I got from Fisherman Town. And so, like, if I get a block, I survive a hit. But that's as good as it gets. Try to look at the map. This way. A little confusing on the way back too. Brandish 2 comes with a little compass on the minimap. Out of there. I just needed the key. So the arrows, right now it's at the bottom of the map. It's going to tell me my facing. I think there's a fire sword in the effort room. I think I'll pick that up. Jumping is going to save a few frames every time you do it. That's why I jump everywhere. It's faster. But then if you bump into anything, you're not saving that time. You only travel one tile, then it's slower. Flame shield. Cool. Most of these items are for money. Occasionally I pick up items I use. Set the scene. We're at the foot of the tower. Why is the Planet Buster here? You ponder silently, as always. It's also a stealth game. So tower. Tower opens up with these fireball enemies. They know self-destruct. And right now I don't have any magic resist. So that's also an instant kill. But you can just run right by him. Keku Menchoyu. Thanks for the raid. You know all about SNES Super Stars. But are you aware of the existence of Brandish? The game where you spin your character and it's the world that turns instead. Oh, we're also coming up on the part where it's gonna flash a lot. I think there's a sword here that I... No, that's a bad sword. I'll get it anyway. It's the start of the next floor. It's gonna be serious flashing. So there's the Ifrit fight, and then also there is the Amoeba Man coming up. And Amoeba Man is kind of annoying because he splits into pieces. I'll just be really careful. That's my strat. Okay, so here's the flashing. This is a magic resist grind. A lot of the Brandish games have unavoidable magic damage. And so you just need to have enough magic resist to tank hits. But then the trick to this is that when I load in, I'm gonna have iframes. So I'm not gonna die for the first 3 hits, but I'll still get the experience of taking the hit. And then additionally, because I'm resting, it's gonna treat it like I have no magic resist. So even though I'm getting all these levels, I'm still getting maximum experience. But eventually all the saving and loading is going to be slower than just taking hits normally. And this is the only time that I do the magic resist grind in the run. I used to have it spread over the previous 3 bosses. The arena Ifrits, the previous floor Ifrit, and this guy. Then I learned about save loading for iframes. I stopped doing that. And then I actually think something in between is better. Basically, I want to be able to survive 2 hits before using a potion. That's gonna be it for the flashing sequence. It's just that grind. And I do this until I can survive 5 hits. Let's go for one more. Okay, well, that's it for that claw. What is this sword? Is this a better sword? No. I killed the main boss. Let's save again. So, backup strats. This is what I get for punching the bear. Save again. I have plenty of other resources. Okay, so now to talk about this tower climb. The tower's set up where certain tiles are just going to slide you off the edge. And that's going to take me to the lower floor. And then you have to reclimb. And then especially on this floor, if you slide off, you're going to fall down 2 floors. Huh? It was a melee hit, wasn't it? I didn't actually see what killed me. But their melee hit can kill me instantly. through tower. So this is the prophet Benedict. Prophesies that swordsmen would come and defeat the evil king. And evil king didn't like that. So he sent out the mercenary squad to kill my guy. And instead we got captured. What am I doing? This. Need that. This will be soon. Want you higher. And then here we are, the Planet Buster. It's collecting all the power of the cosmos. And it's filled with the power of the stars. And it is too strong for humanity to hold. So I can't use it yet. Okay, Dayla's back. So this is going to be the intelligence grind. And I only need this for one floor coming up pretty soon. But you have to do it, so you can do it here. It's hard to damage Dayla normally. So I just hit her with lightning, and it's gonna do like the lowest damage, but I can use it really fast. That just makes it okay way to do the fight. So I want you gone. This is what I was looking for, visibility. But actually health. I think we're good on durability. I mean, we are good. I'm just going to want to find a weapon for the next set of enemies after this boss. This is the Soul Master. Here's another benefit to the magic resist grind. Is I don't have to worry about my health on this fight. And then you kind of have to do this a strength grind, because the next boss, you can't get your strength high enough off of regular enemies to damage him. But Soul Master gives better experience than regular enemies. And additionally, the experience system is that when you when you gain experience, it's only given to you 1 per frame or something like that. So it builds up into a big pool of experience. But then the diminishing returns part of experience doesn't take effect. Like, it doesn't count what's in the pool. So for the most efficient leveling, you want to do it all at once and in big amounts. I still have 11 left, so actually I could have used some of my offhand claw on the Amoeba Man. Whatever. Key fits, as always. And then I have to take this path because I didn't open up the secret door on the lowest floor. The starting floor. We're back where we started the game. We passed through here a couple of times. And the difference this time is that I have the book. You can only put key items in chests. I want to get rid of that elevator key. This laboratory. The way they're describing the area is more like how they describe Fortress. So, kind of odd. And here's what the fire rings are for. Just kill myself. And those are just gonna bounce for the rest of the floor. This one. Silver armor. So finally I have appropriate armor. But that doesn't mean I can take a hit. I can't survive either enemy right now. Soon the game will be playable. Save. Saving's fast. So Brandish 2, I've not done a deathless run. Yeah, that's always going to kill me. I don't have a good way to kill this enemy is the problem. So I'd like if he just left his corner. The heavy armor guys I can kill with my fire rings. The nice thing about fire rings is they don't cost mana. So they're better than fire magic. They don't cost mana and they do 50% more damage. Okay, not that direction. Then I also have barrier ring. Barrier is going to be very important coming up. It's a non-puzzle. All the switches are traps. Barrier. I call it double defense. Double is going to be double attack, and barrier is double defense. That's just how I think about it. It's critical to pick them up. Right. That's a ring. Ring's not really that important. because I get extra in the run. There's double magic, and double magic is very important. Where do we go from here? I never figured out how to do this conveyor maze. Fortunately, my key went into my extra inventory. So I'm gonna figure something out. I was supposed to drop the book, so now I'm just gonna have to have an extra book for all time. Although maybe it'd be better to have the ring ready. I can't use it if it's in extra inventory. And then also... puzzle here is to go in a circle. Go this way. This region only has the 3 floors. I just saw a kick, so I can talk about your weapons. So if you have fist sword, it's always going to be a sword attack. If you have fist weapon types, then there is a chance to kick, and the kick does triple your attack stat, but doesn't count your weapon damage. So it's useless. Hammers are able to break walls. Hammers are two-handed weapons, same as axes. But they're just there for damage. Axes are pure damage. I don't think there's a trick to them. There's also shields. You can dual wield shields. I like to show that off because it has a legit use. There's just a better way to do the room now. But for a time, there was a strat involved in using 2 shields at once. I said there's a fist weapon plus sword. So we are going to... and then 2 swords will attack with your offhand randomly. So this guy, we want this one and that one. Maybe I die. Who knows? Anything could happen. Well, it's almost a good fight. He's gone. I'm not over enough. I'm ready. He turned early. Thought I was ready. It was almost a good fight. God defeated. So that enemy was the boss from the first game, the final boss. And they were making little clones of him. That was good, I didn't die. It's very easy to die in that fight. And also, all your equipment is going to have an offense stat and a defense stat. It's not completely useless to have a shield. It's just when you're using offense stats, you need to overcome a defense. And it kind of works more like breakpoints. So like, an average number isn't really good enough. So here's story. Carl's actually here to defeat evil. He's a good guy. And then Helena is helping him. We're not going to talk to her. If you talk to her, she cries. We're not going to do that. Okay, let's not fall today. I did it. That's all you have to do to not fall. That's the first floor. Now, Dark Zone. This is the part where you use the shields. I'm gonna use the shields. But the modern strat is to use barriering. And you just get enough armor to not take any damage. I do have to pick up a second shield. And it's just gonna be right here. Get out of there. Save anyway. Here you go. Oh wow, anti-aired. Interesting. That's like the only way that dual shield's useful. You can cover your front and your back at the same time. So I want... I guess I want that on. This will be the end of Dark Zone. Dark Zone is always the worst part of Brandish games. Designed to be cruel. I'd have to say that Brandish 3 has the one I like the least. In Brandish 3, the Dark Zone... Well, it's fully dark. Can't see anything at all. And you need to use an item to be able to see. But it's just pulsing lights. And then you also have to do platforming puzzles while it's doing that. So the lights are blinking. And you have to do like frame perfect inputs. Or you fall and have to redo the floor. There's an unfairness component to Brandish games. I have a second sword. Not really. I kinda do. I'll use it. I'm sure I want it for the mini boss coming up. God, he's dodging me. So we're into Fortress. These rooms are all going to be very long. I talked to Fred. Red's also a mercenary. Need that. No, I want that. What can I drop? The mouth on the door opens wide. I want this one and this one. That's all I gotta do. Barrier makes you pretty immune to damage. And then double has it so you kill anything one hit. Out of here. You can warp at any time, but it costs a level in every stat. So that was a breakable wall. You could tell because there were 4 white dots at the top of it. And then this will be the last shop. So we're gonna sell a lot. Do not fix it. I'm going to buy armor and barrier magic are the main things. And if I have extra money, I'll get a sword. And then if I have more extra money, I'll get mana potions. So we're set. This goes here. It would be helpful to be using double against all the lizard men. Kill them easier. But it takes a bunch of menuing to use double. I have to menu to the spell, and then I have to use a mana potion after. Because it costs pretty much all my mana. And I'm also going to collect some swords. As you go through a good bit of durability right here. Just on this floor, I go through 3 or 4 swords. And Fortress 2, you have to kill every harpy. And this kind of just sets me up for... It's not really all the levels I need. Right now it's just the levels to keep me safe from getting one shot. On the next floor, I'm also going to be killing enemies. Like, sort of stopping to kill enemies. And that's for more safety health. And then you don't have a way to know where the harpies are, so I have to go down the side paths. It's just a pretty slow floor. Nothing much happens. And I still have to keep up barrier so that I don't get fireballed and die. Is this the one? It is. Okay. I didn't think I was this far over already. The first one and the last one is a sword. Chest. Then there's also a sword behind this wall. But it looks like I'm doing good on durability. There's 20-something harpies. And then also, I need to go down a side path. Up here. And this is actually back into Fortress 1. Because there's the whole left side of the floor I haven't gone through. But it is very empty. But what you will see... Yeah, we're good. Guess I'll save. Saving's fast. What's that called again? We'll find out in a second. Star Shield. In the first game it was a Star Shield. His final shield. The armor is the Big Dipper. This is the Southern Cross. That's what it's called. Okay. So you need the shield and the armor to beat the game, and the sword. I've already been over here and cleared up the harpies, but they just wander, and so they can wander all the way over here again. Yeah, I thought I saw one. And that's the last one. So you have to do a lap and a half to catch them all. That's just to start the puzzle. So here's the fire. Don't talk to the fire. Get a lengthy text box. Now I go to the yellow dots on the map. And then what's neat about this floor is that it's in the shape of a bird. It has little tail feathers that you're lighting on fire. But I'm not going to fill in the whole thing. Yeah, you can't really see it. So the PC98 version of this game has like it has a main idea of being able to draw your map as you explore. And like the other Brandish games too. So it has a lot of like tools for that. I don't need that. Yeah. There's a lot of what's in this chest when learning this game. Yeah, they implemented a lot of like tools based around the map. So there's auto walking from point to point. Like you've seen warp a lot. And then there's also a bunch of drawing tools. Fill in the pixels. And it also has support for SNES mouse. I'm not gonna leave, I'll get lost. We're also not gonna help her. Helping her is slow. I didn't play that the safest, but we got there. Fortress 3, the teleporter maze, and you are required to kill all the Medusa enemies. We'll go with that now. We can put this on. That sword. The next little bit isn't threatening. Medusas are deadly because you can get stun locked. Like if you get petrified, then you can get re-petrified until you die. That's why they're a dangerous enemy. I kind of wanted to kill more enemies, but there weren't more. So I'll just have to go with this amount. It doesn't matter at all. So Fortress 5 is shaped like a monkey. 4 is the inverse. And then 5 is the monkey. This wall is undead. The gimmick is that everything here is undead. They need a holy weapon to kill it. And that includes the wall. I had to pick up a holy weapon, which just happened to be on the way. And now we're to 6. And 6 is really long. Painfully long. I don't need that. I got heal magic, which is heal over time. It's not really needed or anything. It's just convenient. And then we are into best sword. Or I guess second best sword. Best sword is Planet Buster. Technically, 2 are they Murasames? Or it's like 1 more damage than Planet Buster plus shield. So slightly more damage, but you need Planet Buster to fight last boss. To this mini puzzle. Here you just need to hit the 4 switches. but the monsters are going to unpress switches. So you have to go back around. At this stage of the game, enemies are worth enough experience that this one for sure. That you can just get levels really fast. Just kill a couple enemies and you get the instant levels. But levels are still pretty meaningless. Here's my other sword, Muramasa. And we got the holy water. So like with Southern Cross, we have to do a bit of a ritual to get the armor. So I did collect 3 items. We want to that and need space. Cane. Let's go. Now we can fight. Yeah, he's a knockback. Here's how you want to fight him. Barrier up and then against a wall. So he'll always do the melee attack. There's a couple other enemies that I was baiting into melee attacks. And that was with the use of invisibility. Or no, it was the reverse, wasn't it? You bait them into a ranged attack. That was back at the Amoeba Man Ninja boss fight. There's just a lot of item switching in the route. Like, you use all the types of weapons. Use many types of magic. I don't think I used ice, but I used ice in Brandish 1. And then there's a lot of cool tech in the run. The first game's more about just dodging enemies and playing well. This game is harder to dodge enemies, and also the collision is worse. It went more defensive with collision. You're more likely than not to bump into an enemy. So, this room's annoying. It works best if you're against a wall. And then also, again, I need barrier up. They give you a stack of invisibility potions. I don't need those. I have my own. New kill list is gonna be the last section of game. So 15 minutes to go. Just for 4 floors. I feel like the game just really slows down at the end here. And takes some of the fun out of it. The speedrun, I have everything up to Fortress. The Fortress is where it gets slow. This one, see? You look at the 2 yellow dots, that you know you can break the wall. They just give you like smaller clues with every new tile set. Resort magic, yay. So now I don't have to do the emergency warp that I've been doing everywhere. I have the actual item for it. And that's how powerful warp is. Like, it is this deep into the game that you find it. And then they want you to use it right away. Well, that's a bad start. Not happy about that start. We have to catch them. And that's why you get warp. But the best part is they are deleting my map, and I need that to warp. It's going up, right? Going up or left. Yeah, that's all of them. That worked out. That wasn't so bad. Normally I kill more of them right away. And here they all went the other way. That worked out. Lobster. This floor is also really annoying for no reason. That's the end game Brandish experience. You can't mess with the crab. Crab has knockback. So the puzzle is you're collecting riches, but at the end you're gonna have to give them all away, is what's happening. That's just this part puzzle. Always save there. Anything can happen in this section, because we're just dodging high-level enemies. There's the knockback enemy, the physical damage enemy, and the magic damage enemy. Okay, that was close. Here. I don't have time to heal. Okay. And the crab's the hardest to deal with. You just get pushed around. Warp magic is always going to take a full mana bar. Key. And we're out of here, no issues at all. Nice. Here we see Alexis once again. And wouldn't you know, she wants me to give her my sword. So we're gonna do that. And she was faking. She's an arachne. So I held on to the sword. Now we're just doing a lot more running around for a while. Ow. Okay, skill dodge. I can save again. Saving's fast. Yeah, these arachnes, they have a stun lock too with the web. So if I get hit with that, I just die. Otherwise, we're just going through the end of the game. Last two basic enemies, two more bosses. Getting out of here. One corner of the map to the other. That's Brandish. And we're gonna resolve some of our story here. Carl. First a ring. I have a full hand of rings right now. So I'm ready. Carl, we saw that he went to stop the Evil King, and when he tried to do that, he just lost, and now he's in despair. So, he's gonna die doing what he loves, and that's dueling. Is the speedrun strat. Just stand here. It helps a lot with the viewer experience that I can leave the minimap up. The original layout of Brandish games has enough screen space for a map. It's just when they went to Super Nintendo that they had to cut stuff. So the map was put into the pause menu screen. That's kind of another thing. Like, the original experience is that you can draw on your map and just have it in the corner of your monitor screen. I hope I barrier up. I'm gonna press the button. It looks like I have it up. I'm gonna press the button anyway. He almost won the duel. That's it for grinds. That's all he ever wanted, was to duel Ares. Now he's dead. He died happy. So now we get the Helena lore. And it's something about Adonis' soul being in her body. And then Adonis is here to get rid of the ultimate evil. All the Brandish games have some big evil spirit entity. Like they go Dark Zone into Fortress into evil spirit entity. So we're off to kill that. I can get the stone. I need that. This one. That's my last ring. What's her motivation again? Just revenge? Or no? She's helping me with the quest, and then I give her the sword. That's why Dale is here. Let's set up. So... So this is gonna be final boss. Brandish final bosses are pretty funny in that they're like absurd. They look stronger than they should be, and then they just get crazier with each new game. The first one filled the screen with attacks. This one is all kinds of unavoidable attacks, and you have to hit him with your sword, but he's also just gonna shove you, and then you take a huge chunk of damage and die. Same with the third Brandish game. He's gonna push you into a wall and you die instantly. That's the main problem with that one. And then the fourth Brandish game, it's just 3/4 of the map wide attack. Also helps a lot to have spatial awareness. You'll be able to see like everything that's on your screen. So one more phase. Here's the strat. I'm gonna die a lot. It looks like my my max level is low, actually. That didn't go well. But yeah. I had some issues menuing. There we go. Yeah. So I think my max health was a little low, because I missed a few kills. So I died a little faster than I wanted. But if your max health is too high, then you don't die fast enough. And it puts you in a bad position to follow him around and do damage. That's Brandish 2. It's a cool follow-up to Brandish 1. Like, they're both very similar games, both being in the same series. But it has a very different speedrun because you go through a lot more... like, there's a lot more item options that you want to use, and then they all have situations, so that's really cool. And I don't know. I guess we'll sit here a bit while this plays out. And thanks for having me on, letting me show off Brandish 1, Brandish 2. I always like showing it off. I really enjoy the games. I find they're a lot of fun. I've kind of moved on at the same time. Just let the credits go. We'll see what happens next with the marathon. Looks like Linkmeister is going to be coming on early as the follow-up, so enjoy their run. I've been osse101 with Brandish, and enjoy the rest of the marathon.